First, the water is poured out into a tray so it can be easy to wet each layer of the blotting sandwich. It is important to keep each layer wet so the sandwich doesn't run dry. Blotting sponge is the first layer that is placed down after it is wet. Keep in mind that after each layer is placed down, the layer needs to be rolled out to avoid air bubbles in the sandwich. The reason for this is that the air bubbles can interfere with the transfer of proteins from the gel to the nitrocellulose membrane. Roll it out with any small rolling tube. The next layer, layer 1, is a sheet of blotting paper that has to be placed on and rolled out. The next layer, layer 2, is again another sheet of blotting paper that is placed and rolled out. The third layer of the sandwich is the polyacrylamide gel, where the proteins are located. We want any proteins found on this membrane to transfer onto the nitrocellulose membrane. The fourth layer is the nitrocellulose membrane, where the proteins are going to be transferred onto. The membrane is the white sheet that is in between the two blue sheets. Always keep in mind which side the gel and the membrane are relative to each other. You can even label the nitrocellulose membrane on the side that is facing the gel so you know which side the proteins will be transferred on. After the membrane is placed, the next layer of blotting paper is placed on and rolled out. Another layer of blotting paper is added as well and rolled out. The last layer is the blotting sponge that is placed on. The cassette now needs to be closed. The extra paper that is hanging out on the side needs to be cut to avoid friction. The sandwich is now complete. The last step is to properly orient the sandwich to be incubated. The sandwich was placed onto a gel tank with the membrane facing the positive side, anode to cathode, not the gel, and then incubated in the refrigerator for 1 week.